You talked a lot about the high price people pay for apostasy. It's wired in. There's a whole well, terminology is the wrong word, but there's an instruction manual, I suppose, to deal with those who are apostates or hypocrites. Uh, what's the experience been like for you, and has it differed depending on where you've been in the world?
Yeah, I because like I said, I've been very privileged to have the threats, but not see them being realized in any meaningful sense. Right. So I had better connections within Pakistan. I was among better people, sort of, so to speak. Like even when I was in Karachi, I did go about and tell people to leave Islam, you know, and I didn't get that many repercussions for it. But once I started getting some imams and stuff coming to my home and telling me, like, we know what you're doing, and like giving me threats like that, then it was time for me to leave, sort of a thing. Um, but yeah, yeah. Um, but I would say, like, I was I was poking people, but I wasn't poking them directly. Like, I was being smart about it. I wasn't telling them to leave Islam. I was just telling them about the theological problems within Islam, right? So I would hone on to one thing and tell them that didn't fit with their life, then that would make them think. That's what I was trying to do. So if I saw a musician, like if I had a musician friend and stuff, and they really like playing, you know, I would sit down with the imams, like in the mosque, and ask them, like, okay, can you tell my musician friend why music is haram in Islam, and what is he doing wrong and stuff like that. But if that person loved music, really loved music, they would be like, oh, what the hell is wrong with Allah? Is to make them think. So I think so people started catching on to what I was actually trying to do. It wasn't to make them more Muslims, but it was to actually remove them from, you know, Islam. So what I experienced was very light version of what most people experience. What was women, like for women, it's literally impossible to leave Islam. It's very high stakes, because they can't um, just separate from their community and from their family that much. But what I have experienced is that ostracization has come in naturally. Even like it's not from my parents, but there is a divide. There's a thing that we don't talk about, right? That they can't be my parents in the same way that they were before, because we're not celebrating the same events in the same way. I'm drinking wine, so, and stuff like that. So those are natural barriers, and those are a wider family disconnection, right? Because I have to self disconnect, because I don't want to be in those situations where I have to discuss why I've left Islam, you know, and maybe one of the distant cousins being a nutter, like, and doing me in or something, you never know those things, and those people might think like, okay, oh yeah, but you have come over here and you found a community and a home and a family and stuff. And I have, like, that's the first time that I found a home, like a place that I can call home, you know, but that emotional price that you have to pay is too high, you know. It's it's sort of like becoming an orphan in that way, but still having your parents over there. And my parents are very moderate and stuff, so we talk a lot. And, like, I love them and they love me. I know that, but there are things that I don't want. Like, they can't be a full part of my life, even if they tried. Like, there is a barrier. So, and then you multiply that with your friends and you people that you grew up with, and just keep on multiplying that, and that emotional price that you have to pay becomes like bigger and bigger. And this is why people don't do it, because this is what we just don't understand over here. If you stop believing in Christianity and stop going to the church, people are not going to just want to kill you.